Hey guys, thank you for watching and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mary. I'm a mother of two beautiful girls and I love makeup. Today's video is a get ready with me using the new and revamped Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. This video I'm using the Not a Basic Peach one. Before you go, I hope you subscribe, share and like the video. Let's get started. I'm going to be using other new stuff, not first impression stuff that I've been using, and we're gonna chat about it while applying it. Of course, we're gonna start by priming our face. I've already moisturized and applied my sunscreen. If you want skincare routine, morning or night, or combine them in one video, just let me know in the comments down below and I will do that. The primer I'm using is the Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot, and of course I am pressing it into my pores and the T-zone area because it's a mattifying one as well. For the hydrating primer for my cheeks, I'm using the NYX Hydra Touch, and I recently got that. It's very nice, and it looks a lot like the hydrating primer from Smashbox. It's a gel-like, not like greasy, but definitely moisturizing. I'm going to wash my L'Oreal beauty sponges and be right back. And for the records, I wash them every time I use them. Every time before I use them, I have to wash them. Do that, be right back. I'm back and it's nice and big and clean and smells like Dove. If you wonder, I use the Dove soap bar to clean my blenders. It's meant to be used for the face and body, so I feel it's like safer to use than other soap bars, and it's much cheaper than the ones that are specified for the blenders. It's like $1.48 and it lasts like months because I don't use it for any other thing. So good tip. For foundation, I'll be using the number 7 Lift and Illuminate. I have it in Deeply Honey. Need I say more? I've been using it. That's one of my top favorite foundation to use on daily basis because it has very good stuff for your skin. One other thing, the undertone for this foundation is incredible. It's not orange, and I love their skincare as well. They have very good skincare. And again, as I told you before, I am not looking for coverage, like extra full coverage. I'm just looking for evenness and to match my face to my body. For concealer, I kind of went on a concealer kick and I got 3 new concealers, not new on the market, new for me. There's a hair that's driving me crazy over here. First one is the NYX HD Concealer. A pass for me. Very watery, like it wants to be like the Maybelline Fit Me, but it's not as good, so that's a pass. And I got the new Rimmel, that's a new even on the market, the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour Breathable. It's lightweight, medium coverage, and it's not bad. It's good. It's an average concealer. And I got the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. This is good, but there is a major drawback with this concealer: no shade range. And that's the darkest. That's the darkest they have. It says it's waterproof and 020 light. Light is the darkest shade. So I don't think I would be able to use this in summer. Like, this is too light for summer. And this is the one that I'm going to be using today. You know what concealer that I am on the hunt for? The new Makeup Revolution one. I've heard mixed reviews. Like, some people say it's exactly like the Shape Tape, and some others don't even like it. And some say it's good, but not as good as they claim. Like, it's not as good as the Tarte Shape Tape. Maybe it's different skin types, different needs. So, but once I spot this, I'll snatch it. And I went back to the smaller sponges for the concealer. I find it's more precise, but for the chin and this is faster, so I'm going. And I always do my chin and my forehead first because I like to leave the concealer under my eyes to set for a little bit. I love how precise this sponge is, and I feel it gives me, because of its size, it gives me more coverage for the concealer. I'm going to prep my lips over here, and I'm using the Pout Perfect. It's by Wet n Wild in the shade Pout and Play, and it's a gel lip balm. I love this stuff. It's not greasy, it hydrates, it has a nice wash of color. Love it. I will set under my eyes and lightly bake with the CoverGirl Professional Loose Powder in 105 Translucent Fair, and that's how it looks like. I went through a phase of extremely oily skin, and this powder was nice then. Right now I'm going through a dryness phase, and it's not that perfect. Until this powder doesn't work, I'm going to do brows. I will go with the Revlon Color Stay, and it's in soft black, so I know exactly what I'm working with. I'm going to dust away the baking because this is drying like, I feel like I have deserts on my face right now. I need my setting spray like ASAP. Now to actually do my brows, I'm using the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. And I'm using the e.l.f. Eyebrow Duo Brush. Back with the brows and back closer. The eyeshadow palette we'll be using for today's video is the new release from Wet n Wild, and it's the Not a Basic Peach palette. I see a lot of shades over here that wants to be like some shades in the Naked Heat. Like this one over here, it's orange with golden flecks into it. Maybe it's like Lumber in the Naked Heat. Let me double check on the name and let's get some swatches over here. That's the Wet n Wild. And that's the Naked. It's a totally different shade swatched. I'm going to add a little bit more concealer when I find it. Just add a dab. Then I will use the e.l.f. concealer brush to smooth this out all over the lid. Then I'm using the small tapered brush by e.l.f. and using one of my lighter shade in the contouring palette, the Koki contouring palette. I will show you this in just a second. Now the eyes are primed, prepped, ready to go. And that's the shade I used to set the concealer on my lid. Remember in the brushes guide video, I told you about the Wet n Wild crease brush, and I kept looking for it every time I go to the Dollar Tree. Actually, I found one that's even bigger. It's nice and big for my first crease color, but for some reason I feel the older one, though smaller, but it's a better quality. It buffs the color a little bit better. But to make sure that it's not just in my head, I will actually use the one that I found recently, because that's the one that you are likely to find if you find it in the first place. I will use this shade over here. It's called Transition. No, don't like it. It's flimsy. It's flimsy. It's a flimsy brush. Oh yeah, it's not in my head. This one is definitely much better. And I take it up high, close, but not all the way to my brows over here. I love my brows today. You know, some days, okay, I will just stop because if I try to fix it, it's gonna look worse. But today it's on point, love it. I'm actually filming this on Valentine's Day. Last night we spent the whole evening working on Valentine's to my daughter's friends, and today I went to Ralph's to pick up heart-shaped cookies. I was supposed to get those cookies plain. I couldn't find any plain heart-shaped cookies on Valentine's Day. So what I did is I got some with like sugar sprinkles on them, came home, and it was 15 minutes until the class, and I got a spoon and started scraping or shaving this sugar off 3 boxes of cookies. Which shade I want to use? Let me choose the brush first. I guess I'm going with the NYX brush. Yeah, I guess I'm going with the NYX brush. And I will be using this orange color over here. I'm going high with this shade, but not as high as the first shade. I'm using previous brush and previous shadow over here to buff the edges of the really orangey one. I'm doing this out of habit because not a lot of kick out actually. Now I'm using the other transition shade over here, and I'm using the Morphe M441. This one has a little bit of kick out, and I'm going exactly where my actual crease is. I love this shade, but I feel I completely lost the orange, like completely. Previous brush, the NYX crease brush, previous shadow, and it's the orange one over here. And I will try to bring this orange back to life. Sometimes when I am up and close, I don't see the wider image, so I have to actually look back, look to different angles. And the previous or the first, I'm going backwards, you know. For the outer corner, I'll be using this dark brown over here. And I will be using the Sonia Kashuk number 116. So I'm only allowed to talk about Sonia Kashuk brushes because she's not gonna be producing makeup anymore. So brushes I can still use. I will blend the dark shade using the Morphe M441, the one that I used with this transition. And I will blend this shadow out. I feel it blended nicely, guys. I would say it's good for the price. No, not just good for the price. It's good because remember the Maybelline nudes? It's more than double the price, and the quality is like, it's not there. Like, it doesn't compare. So this is a good drugstore eyeshadow palette, and the price is unbelievable. It's $5 and change. The darker shades have a little bit more kick-up powder than the lighter ones. I'm using the NYX with the orange shade again, because the more I blend, the more that it gets lost, and actually that's my favorite shade in the matte. Yes, that's much better. Let's work on the lower lash line, shall we? I'll be using the Vaison T number 40. For the lower lash line, I'm starting it with the orange one over here. I'm starting this like the first transition shade where all the other darker color are going to smudge into. And as I showed you in the last video, in the Valentine's Day makeup tutorial or makeup look, if you go so low with this, some powder, you're good to go. Like, it's gonna fix the problem. So If it's a little bit messy or sloppy, don't panic. You can fix it. Then I'm using the Real Techniques brow brush. Of course, impossible. Like, it needs very nice full brows. Not mine. And I'm using the darkest shade over here. And I'm pushing it really close to my waterline. Before applying that, actually, I always forget this step. I will apply my Scandalize Waterproof Kohl Kajal by Rimmel in my waterline. Then I am pushing the dark shade really close to the lash line, really close to the actual waterline. Then I'm using the Wet n Wild Smoky Liner brush to smudge this out using the transition shade, this one. Guys, I like the look. What do you think? For shimmer, I'll be using this True Gold over here. It's not like creamy applied in one swipe. Like, it needs to be built up, but not bad. I look like a sunset, guys. You know what? I love the look. Of course, we have to see how it wears. I'm softening the edges over here. I will apply liner and mascara and be right back. Before I go, the liner I'll be using is the NYX Epic Ink Liner in Jet Black, if I'm not wrong. No, in black. And I am in love of the new combination of the Total Temptation and the Peacock Flare. So I'll be using these. My mascara video is up, so you can check out how I do it. I'll do that and be right back. Hey guys, welcome back after 3 hours. I went out to pick up my daughters and do some errands, and I went out with just eye makeup, no face makeup whatsoever. Not that it matters, but like for me, I feel something is missing. This is a very good opportunity for us to actually check the wear time and how the shadows wear. What do you think after 3 hours of wear? I don't know, I feel like it's wearing beautifully. What do you think? I look like the sunset. I love it. I'll be using the $1 blending brush by e.l.f. So I'll be using this shade over here. It doesn't have sheen to it. It's matte and has specks of very fine shimmer. It's not shimmery. It's, I guess I would say matte with specks of shimmer in it. Yeah, I need to get this back again. I'm spending the Valentine's Day at the gym. Why do I look like I have contour? I don't, though. I didn't do anything to my face yet. That's weird. Anyways, I'm gonna apply some banana powder. I'll be using the same brush I used to set the concealer on my lid. It's the e.l.f. tapered brush, and that's my favorite brush to apply my banana powder. It's very soft and fits perfectly. Before bronzing and contouring, as usual, I will apply some powder all over the face. The powder I'm using is the Flower Powder Foundation in the shade PP3. And I had this since forever, and I was keeping it as touch-up in my purse. Then something inside me told me, you haven't even tried it before. Why don't you just try it? It doesn't have like ton of coverage to it. Well, it's nice. I can work with it. For the matte bronzer, let's see, what do I want to use? I'll be using the Milani Bronzer XL in Bronze Glow. This one is a little bit on the pink side. What did I used to do? Because I now remember that this one is on the pink side, and I used something with it and I made it work, because I hate getting something and not making it work. Let me get my Revlon brush over here to blend it out. Let me grab my contour my current favorite contour brush. It's the Essential Tools blusher, and get the shade Fake Tan from the same bronzer, the Milani XL. I'm gonna use the gray toned. We'll make it work. Like, it's just makeup, guys. Worst case scenario, I'm just gonna go wash it off. Let me contour my forehead, not so much. Jawline. Guys, the eyeshadow in the viewfinder, I can't stop looking at it. It's so beautiful. I have two more looks that I want to do with this palette. Like, see how small it is? But that's one option, and I have two looks in mind that I want to do. If you want to see them on camera, let me know in the comments down below. Right now I need more glow. It's nice and all. I feel contoured, I feel bronzed. Just that I feel like I want more. Is this bad? I guess I'm gonna go with this shade over here. It has like sheen to it. Let's hope it's gonna give me the glow I'm looking for. And of course that's my favorite brush for the glowy bronzer, and it's the Eco Tool Blending and Bronzing. It's not glowing enough, but it is what it is. I can't apply more. That will be really too much. For blush and highlight, I'll be using this double single or duo or palette. I don't know what to call this, but it's by Hard Candy, and it's the shade Over the Moon. And I'll be using for blush the Flower Beauty blush brush, and it's definitely glowing blush. What do we think? I don't know. Let me try it on my hands, the highlighter. I'm not sure I'm going to like this. We'll see. I feel this highlighter definitely would emphasize texture if you have in this area. I keep applying and applying and I don't know when to stop. Oh, yeah, stop. Yeah, stop. Went overboard with it. That's okay. I'm just having fun with makeup. Oh yeah. Yes. This tip. The exclamation mark, Cupid's bow. Let's highlight the inner corner and under the brows, and I am using the same highlighter I used for my face. And this brush is an accent brush by Real Techniques. For the hydrating mist for my cheeks, I'll be using the Seal the Deal by Flower Beauty, and that's the hydrating one. And it says shake before use, so I will. And you see how my highlighter popped and everything like got absorbed in my skin and it looked better. For lips, I'll be using this combination over here. Guys, I have the weirdest thing from Milani. It's anti-feathering lip liner, lip primer and line filler. Oh, it's a lip primer. It says here lip liner, and then on the side it says lip primer and line filler. Should I try this? Why not, huh? It definitely feels like I'm putting wax. It makes my my lips sticky, and I feel like I have a liquid lipstick on, or a lipstick on. Oh, it has a sharpener. I didn't know that. That's the Flower Petal Pout Lip Liner in Nude. The texture of this Milani primer is so weird. Then I'm using the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Lip, in Bear With Me. my current favorite liquid lipstick. This lip primer from Milani is a hard pass for me. Hard pass. You know what? Maybe I should have just tried it as a primer for a lip gloss because it's anti-feathering. I don't know. Maybe I will give it one more shot and apply it with the liner and just a lip gloss, not a liquid lip or a lipstick like this. I will apply gloss over it, and the one I'm using is All Day Seduction by Rimmel, and it's the Stay Glossy. And it's not as intense on the lips like how it looks in the actual tube. Last step, the mattifying setting spray, and it's the same one from Flower Beauty, the Seal the Deal, but the long-lasting setting spray, the matte finish. The one I used before is the hydrating setting spray, and nowhere near it says that it's a long-lasting one. This one is a long-lasting. The smell is amazing, guys. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and like it. If you do, share it and thumb up. Don't forget. And before you go, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll get notified every time I upload a video. See you all in the next video. Bye!